You can ask now as we wait for 5 more minutes.
Does it mean that whenever we perform any volitional action, the vipaka citta will arise immediately?
These vipaka cittas, they are the result of past karma, the karma that we perform in the past lives.
So it means it
only this one, Lokuttara Kusala Citta, no, they give their result immediately. Soon after Kusala Citta arise and dissolve, Vipaka Citta arise immediately. So here we say, the fruition arise without any lapse in time. And there is one attribute of the Dhamma we call akaliko. Akaliko. Now without any time lapse, that the result, the fruit arises.
All the Kriya Cittas will only arise in areas.
In Arahats. These Kriya Cittas, Hasitupada, and all these Kriya Citta arise in Arahats only. But these two, Pancha Dvara Vachana, Mano Dvara Vachana, they arise in all living beings. Well, I think we can say prayers now. There is no traffic jam today. So, Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Namo Tassa Bhagavato Arahato Samma Sambuddhassa. Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Dudayambi Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Dudayambi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Dudayambi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Tadayambi Buddham Saranam Gacchami. Tadayambi Dhammam Saranam Gacchami. Tadayambi Sangham Saranam Gacchami. Panatipata Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Adinadana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Kamesu Miccachara Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Musavada Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Suramiraya Majjapama Dattana Viramani Sikkhapadam Samadhiyami. Amabande Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. So Miyako, you please show page 52 on the supernormal consciousness. Yesterday we talked about developing the 5 Rupa Vachara Kusala Jhana Cittas and 4 Arupa Vachara Jhana Kusala Cittas. Now, if you can develop these 9 jhanas by meditating on an Atkasina, then you can meditate the remaining 9 kasinas. Altogether there are 10 kasina, like the Atkasina, the water kasina, the fire kasina, the air kasina, and 4 color kasinas. And then we have limited space kasina and light kasina, altogether 10 the meditation devices. So after you can develop this 9 jhana in one kasina, then you can develop them easily in the other 9 kasina. So when you can attain all these 9 jhanas in all the 10 kasinas, you can further practice in 14 ways as instructed by the Buddha in Visuddhimagga. We describe there how to practice in Visuddhimagga. Then if you are successful, you will attain supernormal power. So by attaining the jhana, you cannot fly in the air yet. But your mind becomes concentrated and very, very powerful. Now when you attain the supernormal power, you can fly in the air. You can dive in the earth. You can walk over water. And then you can walk through the mountain, walk through this wall, and you can create whatever you like. The houses, what do you want? The clothing, the food, ornaments, so you can create them. So like divine eye, you can see all 31 planes of existence. So very, very powerful, much powerful than science. So the Buddha gives the way. If you are interested, you can practice to develop them. And Pa-Auk Chado said he will guide you. Okay. So we say here, about that supernormal power. So in the case of arahats, they have to develop these, instead of kusala, the chaita, they have to develop kriya chaita, functional consciousness. And when you develop supernormal power, the supernormal wisdom will associate with the 5th rupa vajra jhana. So that means we use this 5th jhana as the base to develop the supernormal power. So when supernormal knowledge associate with the 5th, the rupa vajra kusala chaita, so that chaita is called abhinya kusala chaita. In the case of arahats, they will develop supernormal power based on the 5th rupa vajra kriya chaita. And that chaita, when it associates with this abhinya is supernormal knowledge, then we call it kriya abhinya chitta. So we show you the word here, brain, bhi, that is refers to abhinya. So here we call this kusala abhinyana chaita and kriya abhinyana chaita. So you should also take note of that. Sometimes we shall refer to that. The 2 abhinyana chaitas are these 2. So now we can go to the next group. So we call lokutara chaita. Lokutara chaita. Lokutara means supramundane. Supramundane. So here we show you the text. So now these lokutara chaitas may be acquired by vipassana insight meditation. There are 2 ways of undertaking this vipassana meditation. They are vipassana yanika. Yanika means vehicle. So that means taking insight meditation. Vipassana. Taking insight meditation as the vehicle. And another way is Samatha Yanika, taking tranquility meditation as the vehicle. So when we say taking insight meditation as the vehicle, it is quite a little misleading. No, actually, so in this route, no, the person cannot develop the jhana. He can develop only up to neighborhood concentration, access concentration. But with that concentration, the mind becomes pure. It radiates very bright penetrative light, and you can analyze your body and mind into ultimate mentalities. Mentality means consciousness and mental factors. And then ultimate materiality. You can analyze, and you can see them arising, dissolving very rapidly. So you know three characteristic marks: a nature, impermanent, no, the dukkha, suffering, and not self, anatta. So in vipassana, we have to reflect, with all these mental and materiality in terms of three characteristics in various ways. In various ways. Not to be convinced that we are just made up of mental and materiality, which are rising and dissolving all the time. So they are not permanent. No? They are only suffering, and no I, no self. So that we are not attached to this body and mind. So remember, only when you can get rid of personality belief, taking this body and mind as I, only then you will develop the Sotapatti Magga, and you become extreme winner. So here in this route we use the neighborhood concentration for undertaking vipassana. Now in Samatha Yanika we use jhana concentration. No? So this person can develop the jhana. So any jhana you can use, the 8. No? So we say there are 9 jhana. So any jhana, you can use that jhana concentration as the base for undertaking vipassana. And actually Samatha Yanika way is more effective, more powerful. So in this route, vipassana Yanika way, we develop this 8 Lokuttara Chaita. The 4 Lokuttara Kusala Chaita and the 4 Lokuttara Vipaka Chaita, altogether 8 Chaitas. So in Samatha Yanika way, if you use the first Rupa Vajra jhana as the base, then your Sotapatti, so your part consciousness, will associate with the first jhana. If another person, he used the second jhana as the base, then the Mega Chaita and Phala Chaita will associate with the second jhana. The same thing, if you use the third jhana, your Mega and Phala Chaita will associate with the third jhana. So those who use the fourth jhana, their Mega and Phala will associate with the fourth jhana. And if those who use the fifth jhana as the base, so their Mega Chaita, Phala Chaita will associate with the fifth jhana. So that means you multiply Sotapatti Mega Chaita with 5 Rupa Vajra jhana, so you get 5 Rupa Vajra Sotapatti Mega Chaita. The same thing, you get 5 Sakadagami Mega, 5 Anagami Mega, 5 Ratha Mega, altogether 20 Jhana Chaita, Jhana Mega Chaita. So as the fruition arises immediately after the Mega, so if the Mega associate with first Jhana, the fruition Chaita also associates with the first Jhana. So we also have altogether 20 fruitions, the consciousness altogether 20 plus 20 we get 40. So these are described. So on the next page, page 53, we describe that on page 53. So in your book, so the page may be a little different because I'm using my third edition, this one. No, this is not printed yet. Only we have the copy. Only the copy. So it is on we described it on page the 53. So now we can read them. We can read them. So I describe here, so I don't need to describe anymore. So Nyako, you can go to the next page. To the next page. So we have super mundane moral consciousness. Lokuttara Kusala Chaita. So basically we say there are only 4 Lokuttara Kusala Chaita as acquired in the Vipassana Yanika way. In the so here, these 4 are these 4 Chaita. These 4 Chaita. So what are they? We can read together. Sotapatti Megga Chaitam, Sagadagami Megga Chaitam, Anagami Megga Chaitam, Arata Megga Chaitam. So the meanings are given below. So Sotapatti, path consciousness. Megga means the path. Path consciousness, consciousness belonging to the path of stream entry. Stream entry. And then Sagadagami, path consciousness, consciousness belonging to the path of one's returning. And then Anagami Megga Chaitam is Anagami path consciousness, consciousness belonging to the path of never returning. So, and then Arata path consciousness, consciousness belonging to the path of Arahatship. So, if you get this Megga, then expulsion Chaita will arise immediately after this. So the 4 fruition Chaitas, we just change this Megga into fruit, Sotapatti, fruit Chaitam, etc. So soon after you get Sotapatti Megga Chaita and Sotapatti Phala Chaita, you become stream entry, stream enterer, or we call stream winner. So stream winner, not the first stage of noble person. If you attain the Sagadagami Megga Chaita and its fruit consciousness, you become one's returner. One's returner means you will be born in the sense sphere. Sense sphere means human realm and celestial realm, only once more, not one more existence. And if you attain the third, Megga and Phala Chaita, you become non-returner. So you never return to the sense sphere. So when you die, you will be born only as Brahma, if you are not Arahat yet. So those who attain Arata Megga and Arata Phala, they became Arahat. We call them perfect person. So there are 4 types of these noble persons. So in the the Samatha Yanika way, so we have, since each of these 4 basic path consciousness can associate with 5 Rupa Vajara jhanas in turn, there are 20 jhana path consciousnesses which are realized in Samatha Yanika way. So now we give you 5 jhana Sotapatti Megga Chaita. So as they are the jhana Chaita, we have to mention the jhana factors, not just like yesterday. When we describe 5 Rupa Vajra jhana, we use the same symbol here. And the names are very similar. Now you can read for the first jhana. It contains all the 5 jhana factors. So what is the name? Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukha, Ekakada or Sukhe Kakada Sahidam, Pattamach jhana Sotapatti Megga Chaitam. Then we eliminate Vitaka, we go to the second jhana. Vichara Piti Sukhe Kagada Sahitam, Dudayach jhana Sotapatti Megga Chaitam. And the third one, we begin with Piti. Piti Sukhe Kagada Sahitam, Tatayach jhana Sotapatti Megga Chaitam. The fourth one, we begin with Sukha. Sukhe Kagada Sahitam, Chatutach jhana Sotapatti Megga Chaitam. And the fifth one is Upikha. Upikhe Kagada Sahitam, Panchamach jhana Sotapatti Megga Chaitam. Now the meaning. Now if you know the meaning for the first one, the rest are the same. So the Pattamach jhana is first jhana. Sodapatti, part consciousness, together with. Sahita means together with. So initial obligation, vitakka, sustained obligation, vichara, joy, piti, bliss, sukha, and then one-pointedness, ekagata. So you know the meaning. This is for the four, the part consciousness. Now we go to the next topic. So supramundane resultant consciousness. So basically again there are four Lokuttara Vipaka Chaita as the fruitions of the four Lokuttara Kusala Chaita. So these four types of supramundane resultant consciousness are realized in Vipassana Yanika root. Now what are they? We read together. Sodapatti phala. Now phala means fruit. Chaitam. Sakadagami phala chaitam. Anagami phala chaitam. Aradha phala chaitam. This phala and the vipaka, they mean the same thing. Now in Lokuttara Chaita we don't use vipaka, so we use phala. So the meaning, Sodapatti, fruit, consciousness belonging to the fruition of stream entry. Sakadagami, fruit consciousness belonging to the fruition of one's returning. Anagami, fruit consciousness belonging to the fruition of never returning. Aradha, fruit consciousness belonging to the fruition of arahatship. So, these are the four, the fruition consciousness. Again, in the samatha yanika way, now we multiply by 5 rupa vajra jhana, so we get 20 fruit consciousnesses. Now, as an example, we shall describe 5 jhana arhatha fruit consciousness. So, in the next page. So now, the 5 jhana arhatha phala chaita. So we can read just before. So for the first one, so the first, it contains all the 5 jhana factors. Vitakka, we read together. Vichara, piti, sukhe kagada sahitam pachamach jhana arhatha phala chaitam. And then the second one, vichara, piti, sukhe kagada sahitam dutiyach jhana arhatha phala chaitam. And the third one, piti. So now it becomes pita. So I have to change again. So I've been reading several times. Still I miss. So the friend, still I miss it, so I have to change it. So it is piti, sukhe kagada sahitam, tatyach jhana arhatha phala chaitam. And the fourth one is sukha. Sukhe kagada sahitam, chatutach jhana arhatha phala chaitam. The fifth one, upikhe kagada sahitam, panchamach jhana arhatha phala chaitam. So the meaning of this one, so we translate from here. So it is the first jhana, patama jhana. First jhana, arhatha, fruit consciousness. So together with initial obligation, sustained obligation, joy, bliss, and one-pointedness. So the remaining you understand. So, that is the highest attainment. The highest attainment. So, Abhidhamma shows that we can develop our mind. So, normally people are just happy with immoral mind. When you don't know Abhidhamma, so I consider myself, I will be living only with immoral minds, mostly throughout my life. Now, when I know now, I try to develop moral minds as much as possible. I am in my room most of the time, but after I have taken the meal, or before that, I will be just saying prayers, meditation, and reading. Only doing meritorious deeds. So trying to get more the moral mind as much as possible. And then we have to try to attain the jhana. So if you don't want the arupa jhana, it's all right. you should develop the 5 Rupa Vajra jhana. In practice, we say it is 4 Rupa Vajra jhana because we eliminate Vitaka, Vichara simultaneously. Because this 4th jhana is the best for undertaking vipassana. Now, the Buddha himself used this jhana, so now if we can use it, it would be the best. And we find it is the best in the Pa-Auk meditation center as well. So after you take, you do vipassana correctly, then you can attain this mega chaita and phala chaita. So even if we cannot develop all the mega chaita, just try to develop the first one. So if you get the first one, so as soon after mega chaita, phala chaita will automatically arise. So you become a extreme winner. So you will be the happiest person. So among the happiest person, you are better than universal monarch. You are better than the king of devas. So, because you are guaranteed never to be reborn in the woeful state. Only then we live real happily. Because we are sure we will never be reborn in the woeful state. And then we can also enjoy Nibbana bliss as much as we like. And also you can still enjoy the sense pleasure. The Korean Chinese movie that you like, you can still enjoy it. So it should be very satisfactory. And you can even be born 7 more existences in the sense sphere, enjoying the same thing in sense sphere as well as in Nibbana. And then you can even become the Brahma, just like we say Anatha Pendika, that rich man. And then the rich lady, Visakha, they like to live ram after ram. Only then they go to Nibbana. So you can do the same. So we should try. We have the best the opportunity, the best life in other words. Because we to get such the present life again in the future is very difficult. Very difficult. Now we are human beings, and we are you are all of us are quite intelligent, and then we have the right teacher to teach us. So all the facilities are ready. So you can come and meditate here anytime you like to. And now they are establishing more Pa-Auk meditation center, very close one in Batam. So there they'll go, they will have long retreat there. So you can join 1 month retreat, 3 month retreat. So by that you can develop. So now many people just by undertaking like 1 month or 2 month, 3 month retreat. Now if they can develop the jhana in the first retreat after 1 month, then it doesn't matter, you can walk. So the next year you may join another retreat. Then you can develop the jhana easily. And then you can continue with vipassana. So you can go, so you cannot finish, you can just halfway, you can stop, that doesn't matter. Walk again, the whole year, and take one, so 1 month or 2 month leaves again, and then finish vipassana. Then you become stream winner. So if there is a will, there is a way. So how nice, we have the best, at present. So we should be very lucky. So now we finish all the chaita. We describe all the chaita. So we go to page 56, which is quick review over consciousness. So we have here quick review on over all these consciousness. So we do the revision. So this chart is very useful. So now we distribute to you so that for you to very handy by your reading, you should always look at the chart. So by using the chart, so it becomes very easy actually. So now we go the one by one. Now how many akusala chaita in moral consciousness? 12. What are they? There are 8 Lobha Mula Chaita, 2 Dosa Mula Chaita, and 2 Moha Mula Chaita. And I persuade you to practice writing the Pali names of these Chaita. Not just knowing the name, you can read them, it's not enough. So you should practice writing them. So if you appear for examination, if you don't practice writing the name, you don't know how to write out those Pali names. So when you practice writing the name, you remember very well. So now we try to read this 8 Lobha Mula Chaita. So we should know the name at least. And the rest, you have already the knowledge. So in the examination, they will ask you, so what are the 8 Lobha Mula Chaita? So you have to write down the name. Now, so we already explained the symbol to you. If the positive sign, you say Somanasa Sakadam, accompanied by pleasant mental feeling. If it's a negative sign, you just say Upikha Sakadam, accompanied by neutral feeling. Daitikata Sambayutam, you should be familiar with this word, Sambayutam, associate. Associate with the wrong view. Daitikata Vipayutam, dissociate with the wrong view. Asankharika, unprompted or spontaneous. And then Sasankharika is prompted. Now, not only those 6 words you should know. Somanasa, Upika, Daitikata Sambayutam, Daitikata Vipayutam, Asankharikam, Sasankharikam. That's all. Then, now we can read. So we read the first one. Somanasa Sahakatam, Daitikata Sambayutam, Asankharikam Ekam. The next one is the same. Instead of Asankharika, we just change it. Sasankharikam Ekam. And the next pair, you just take this instead of this. So we read again. Somanasa Sahakatam, Daitikata Vipayutam, Asankharikam Ekam, Sasankharikam Ekam. So we know if you just know the first one, you know the second one. Just change A to SA. And if you know the first pair, you know the second pair also by changing Sambayutam into Vipayutam. That's all. Now, if you know this 4, you know this 4 again because you just change Somanasa into Upikha. That's all. So not much to learn. So if you know the way, so it's easy to remember. So we read again this 4. Upikha Sagadam, Daitikata Sambayutam, Asankharikam Ekam, Sasankharikam Ekam. The next one. Upikha Sagadam, Daitikata Vipayutam, Asankharikam Ekam, Sasankharikam Ekam. The 2 Dosa Mula Chaita. So this symbol star means Domanasa. So painful mental feeling. So it is accompanied by painful mental feeling. Instead of deity, we have patiga. Patiga also means dosa, anger. So asa, the same as before. Sambayuta, Vipayuta, Sambayuta, the same, just like here. So now we read, Domanasa Saha Katam, Patiga Sambayutam, Asankharikam Ekam, Sasankharikam Ekam. The 2 Moha Mula Chaita, they have the negative sign, Upikha Sagatam. And this one is Vichikecha. Vichikecha is skeptical doubt. Sambayutam, associate with skeptical doubt. And the next one, Uddaja Sambayutam. Sambayutam. So it is, Uddaja is restlessness, associate with restlessness. Now, we finish this, the first group. So we go to number 2. Ahetuka Chaita, rootless consciousnesses. How many of them? 18. What are they? They comprise 7 akusala vipaka chaita. When we say vipaka, you just understand it's a resultant, not a resultant of past karma. Akusala vipaka chaita. 8 ahetuka kusala vipaka chaita. 3 ahetuka kriya chaita. Again, we advise you to practice writing the names. So the names are given here. So we say, if you have this, no, you can revise by yourself. So these 7 akusala vipaka cetas are these. And then the 8 ahituka kusala vipaka ceta, and 3 ahituka kriya ceta. Now we try to read them. No, so the symbol you are already familiar. So only this one. No, so this one is dukkha sakadam. Dukkha is painful bodily feeling, and this is sukha, pleasant bodily feeling. So now we read upikha sakadam chakku vinyanam. So vinyanam also means consciousness, eye consciousness. Upikha sagadam, please read. Sota vinyanam, ear consciousness. Upikha sagadam, gana vinyanam, nose consciousness. Upikha sagadam, jiva vinyanam, tongue consciousness. Dukkha sagadam, kaya vinyanam, body consciousness accompanied by painful bodily feeling. And the next one, upikha sagadam, sampadechana chetam, receiving consciousness. Upikha sagadam santirana chetam, so it is investigating consciousness. So if you know these 7, the name, and the names of the 8, the rootless, resultant, the moral resultant consciousness are the same. Only this one, instead of dukkha, you say sukha. Okay, we don't need to say again, up to here, the same. And we have one more. That one addition one is somanasa sagadam santirana chetam. Now we name this 3. So the 3 rootless functional consciousness. Upikha sagadam, please read. Pancha dwara vachana chetam. So 5 door, directing consciousness. Upikha sagadam, mano dwara vachana chetam, mind-o, directing consciousness. Somanasa sagadam, hasi tupada chetam, smile producing consciousness of arahats. So we finish this 12, 18, this 30 are called asobana, not beautiful consciousness. And remember, all the rest are beautiful consciousness. So now we go to the next group. We call Kama Sobana Cheta 24. So we go to the next group. Number 3 here. So it is Kusala, Kama Sobana Cheta. Kama Sobana means sense sphere, beautiful consciousness. Altogether 24. We divide equally into 3 groups. So what are those 3 groups? 8 Maha Gusala Cheta, 8 Maha Vipaka Cheta, 8 Maha Kriya Cheta. So we advise you to write the names of them. Actually, you have to practice to write only these 8 Maha Gusala Cheta. And for the 2 groups, the same name. We use the same name. So now again, this 8 Maha Gusala Cheta, the names are the same as the 8 Lopa Mula Cheta. You just change deity into jnana. That's all. So if you know them, you know how to write them, then easy, you can write this. So you don't need to learn by heart so many. So you can use the wisdom. So you don't need to. So this chart will help you. So now we try to read the 8 Maha Gusala Cheta. So the positive sign, somanasa sagatam. Jnana sambhyutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam. The next page. Somanasa sagadam jnana vipayutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam. Upikha sagadam jnana sambhyutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam. Upikha sagadam jnana vipayutam asankharikam ekam sasankharikam ekam. Try to read. If other people can read, I must be able to read. What is difficult? Not difficult. I'm explaining you now, again, not to remember. So we say the 8 Mahavipaka Cheta, 8 Mahakriya Cheta, they are given the same name. No? So you don't need to write anymore. Then we go to the next group, no? Rupa Vajra Chitta. So, no? So number 4, number 5 now we come to. And now we have here, what do we have here, number 4? So Kama Vajra Chitta, all together. So we combine 1, 2, 3. So now if you combine with these 3 groups, then you get this 54 Kama Vajra Chitta. So this 54 Kama Vajra Chitta consists of these 3 groups. So now, the Kama Vajra Chitta means sense, fear, consciousness, altogether 14. So what are they? They comprise 12 Akusala Chitta, 18 Ahituka, rootless consciousnesses, and 24 Kama Somana, sense, fear, beautiful consciousness. Now, how many Kama Vajra Vipaka Chittas are there? So, how many? So you have just to look at these. Kama Vajra Vipaka, so only this one. So these are Kama Vajra Vipaka Chitta, that belong to this 54 Chitta. So there are 7 Akusala Vipaka Chitta, 8 Hetuka Kusala Vipaka Chitta, 8 Maha Vipaka Chitta. 7 plus 8, 15, plus 8, 23. So you have 23 Vipaka Chitta among the Kama Vajra Chitta. And these 23 Kama Vipaka Chitta are collectively called Kama Vipaka Chitta. So here we show you. So they are called, these 23 Kama Vajra Vipaka Chitta, we call them. And then also these, how many Kriya Chitta? 3 plus 8, 11. So this 11 you call in the same way Kama Vajra Kriya Chitta. 11 Kama Vajra Kriya Chitta. Okay. So now we go to the number 5. Mahekata Chitta. Exalted consciousnesses. 27. So you should see it is this one. We are showing this. Mahekata Jhana Chitta 27. So it consists of 15 Rupa Vajra Chitta and 12 Arupa Vajra Chitta. So the 27, what are they? 15 Rupa Vajra Chittas and 12 Arupa Vajra Chittas are collectively known as Mahekata Chitta. And you should practice writing the Pali names of these Chitta. Now, how many Mahekata Kusala Chitta, Mahekata Vipaka Chitta, and Mahekata Kriya Chittas are there? So, now try to read the name first. So, we go to this group. The 15 Rupa Vajra the Chitta are divided into 5 Rupa Vajra Kusala Chitta, 5 Rupa Vajra Vipaka Chitta, and 5 Rupa Vajra Kriya Chitta. Now try to read this one. So the names would be similar. You have to know the first one. So now they are the Jhana Chitta. You have to mention the Jhana factors. So we have just read the Lokuttara Chitta, the same thing. So now we read this first one. So you have to mention all the 5 jhana factors. Vitaka, Vichara, Piti, Sukhi, Kakada, Sahitam, Patamach, Jhana, Kusala, Chaitam. That's all. And then when you go to if you know one thing, one consciousness, then you know the rest. So in the second, you just eliminate Vitaka. You begin with Vichara. Vichara, Piti, Sukhi, Kakada, Sahitam, Dutayach, Jhana, Kusala, Chaitam. And then this Piti, Sukhi, Kakada, Sahitam, Tatayach, Jhana, Kusala, Chaitam. The fourth one, Sukhi, Kakada, Sahitam, Chatutach, Jhana, Kusala, Chaitam. The fifth one, Upikhi, Kakada, Sahitam, Panchamach, Jhana, Kusala, Chaitam. So for the 5 Rupa Vajra Vipaka Chitta, you just change Kusala Chaitam into Vipaka Chaitam, that's all. And for this Kriya Chitta, you just change it into Kriya Chaitam. So if you get one, so you know the rest. Now in the 12 arupa vajra chaita are also divided equally into 3 groups. What are they? 4 arupa vajra kusala chaita. Please say 4 arupa vajra vipaka chaita, 4 arupa vajra kriya chaita. So in the arupa jhana, they are based on the 5th jhana to develop them. So they contain only the 2 jhana factors, just like the 5th jhana, upekha, ekaggata. And the sense object that they take is mentioned in the name. If they take the space, the infinite space as their object, we call it akasa nanja yarana kusala chaita. So if you don't know the name, you have to refer to your book, to your book. So you say, we give you aka, you should know, akasa nanja yarana kusala jhana chaita, kusala chaita. And the next one, upekha ekaggata sahitam. So, upekha ekaggata sahitam, vaijnanancha yatana kusala chaitam. The next one, upekha ekaggata sahitam, akinchanya yadana kusala chaitam. The 4th one, upekha ekaggata sahitam, neva sanyana sanya yarana kusala chaita. So, and now if you know the kusala chaita, you also know the vipaka and kriya chaita. Instead of kusala chaitam, you just change into vipaka chaitam and kriya chaitam. You know them. Now we ask you, so among these 27 jhana, the mahagata chaita, they are all jhana chaita. So we have 9 kusala chaita, 5 plus 4, 9 kusala chaita, and 9 vipaka chaita, and 9 kriya chaita. So these 9 kusala chaita, they are collectively called mahagata kusala chaita. 9 mahagata kusala chaita. And this will be called 9 mahagata vipaka chaita. And this 9, how would you call? 9 kariya, mahagata, 9 mahagata kariya chaitas. So, now the Lokuttara chaita, we just finished it. So we have so now what do we have here? So here, so remember we have 9 mahagata kusala chaita, 9 mahagata vipaka chaita, 9 mahagata kriya chaita. Now mahagata literally means grown great, that is more developed, exalted than the sense sphere consciousness. They are more developed than the sense sphere consciousness. And mahagata chaita is the state of developed consciousness attained in the fine material and the immaterial absorption. Absorption refers to jhana. Mahagata chaitas are more developed and more exalted than kama chaita, sense sphere consciousness. Now we go to the next topic, number 6. Lokiya chaita, mundane consciousness. So there are 81. So what are they? They include the 54 kama vajra chaita and 27 mahagata chaitas. So these 81 are collectively known as Lokiya chaita. So this, so we are combining this 54 kama vajra chaita plus 27 mahagata chaita. 27 plus 41, 54, you get 81. They are called Lokiya chaita. So, Lokiya means mundane consciousness. And actually they are the chaita that arise in the sense sphere. Kama vajra is sense sphere. Fine material sphere, rupa vajra, and immaterial sphere. So, altogether there are 31 realms. Remember, 31 planes of existence. So they are the chaita that arise in the 31 planes of existence. So we call them mundane consciousness. Now we explained the word mundane. Lokiya No, we translate it as mundane, or associated with three spheres of existence. So what are these three spheres of existence? So they are the Kama sphere, Rupa sphere, and Arupa sphere. Or in other words, they are the sense sphere, fine material sphere, and immaterial sphere. So how many Lokiya Kusala Chaitas and Lokiya Vipaka Chaitas are there? So when we say Lokiya Chaita 81, we are taking up to here. So up to here, all the Chaita. So among these, so if you are asked, how many Akusala Chaitas are there? What is your answer? 12 Akusala Chaita. And how many Kusala Chaita? So up to here. So you get 8 plus 5, 13 plus 4, 17. No? And then, so only up to there, not up to there. So you get 17 Kusala Chaita. And how many Vipaka Chaita? And now we already have 23 here. If you add this 23, the sense sphere Vipaka Chaita, with this 9 Megada Vipaka Chaita, 23 plus 9, 32 Vipaka Chaita. So here we say, there are 17 Lokiya Kusala Chaita and 32 Lokiya Vipaka Chaita. So you should understand this. They are referred to very often, like in the examination. How many mundane, moral consciousnesses are there? So you should say there are 70 moral consciousnesses. So you can know, you should know the names here. And then how many mundane Vipaka Chaita? So then you should know these are up to here. They are 32. 23 sense sphere and 9 Megata. 23 plus 9, 32 Vipaka, mundane, the resultant consciousness. So now we go to the next. The next is number 7, Logutara Chaita. They are called supramundane consciousness. So we give the number 8 or 40. So the 4 mega chaitas, part consciousness, and the 4 phala chaita, fruit consciousness, constitute 8 Logutara Chaita. So when they are multiplied by 5 Rupa Vajra Jhana, we get 40 Logutara Jhana Chaita. So Logutara means supramundane. Supramundane means beyond the 3 spheres of existence. So you have to pass this 3 sphere to come to the supramundane level. So it go out of the universe actually, out of the universe. So in all these 31 planes of existence, you have mentality, materiality. So if you have mentality, materiality, this mentality, materiality, they are rising, dissolving, very rapidly and continuously. So they amount to impermanence, suffering, and non-self. No self, no existence actually, and only suffering. So we call this is the world of suffering. So when you pass on the other shore, we call it supramundane. So that is totally blissful, totally peaceful, peace and bliss, eternal peace and eternal bliss, because there is no mentality, materiality. So if there is mentality, materiality, you have suffering. No, not eternal peace and happiness. So like in the other religion, they say heaven. What is their heaven? So they say there you have your body and mind. So now you have existence. So and then you can eat whatever you like. You can get whatever you want. So that is amounts to only to our celestial realm. The celestial realm has the same quality. You can eat whatever you want. It will arise. You don't need to cook it. You don't have to cook them. And what do you want? They will appear to you. Because of your good karma, they appear, whatever you want. So no, they don't know, no, like the Nibbana, no, which can be only Nibbana, eternal peace and happiness. No? Okay. Now, and you have to take note of this one. 8 Lokuttara Chaita, together with Nibbana, constitute the 9 supramundane Dhammas. We call Nava Lokuttara Dhamma. So in our prayer we say, which is in accord with the 9 supramundane Dhamma. So these are the 9 supramundane Dhamma. Now the total number of Chaitas. So if we add this 81 Lokiya Chaita, this 81 Lokiya Chaita, with this 8 Lokuttara Chaita, you get 89 Chaitas in the brief method. That is Vipassana Yanika way. So if you combine 81 Lokiya Chaita with 40 Lokuttara Chaita, that is Samatha Yanika way, you get 121 Chaita. So the total Chaita, we describe in 2 ways. The Vipassana Yanika way, we call it the brief method. And then this 121 is the Samatha Yanika way, we call it the broad method. The broad method. Now the next topic. So number 10, number 9. So Asavana Chaitas, not beautiful consciousness. What are they? What are they? So I have already pointed to you, these 2 groups. So they are the 12 Akusala Chaita and 18 Ahetuka Chaitas. The Akusala Chaitas are not beautiful. Not beautiful means Asavana. Because they associate with evil roots, Lobha, greed, dosa, hatred, and moha, delusion. And Ahetuka Chaita, these rootless consciousness are regarded as not beautiful because they are not associated with beautiful roots. The beautiful roots are Lobha, generosity, dosa, goodwill, and moha, wisdom. Now, if the Asavana Chaita amounts to 30, what will be the number of Savana Chaita, beautiful consciousness? You get 59 or 91. How do you get it? If you subtract this 30 from the total number of Chaita in brief 89, you get 59. If you subtract 30 from the total number 121, you get 91 Chaita. 91 Chaita. Now among all these Chaita, how many Jhana Chaitas are there? So there are 67 Jhana. So these, I told you these 27 Mahagata Chaitas are Jhana Chaita. We call them Lokiya Jhana Chaita. Mundane Jhana consciousness. And these 40 is the Lokuttara Jhana Chaita. So 40 plus 27, you get 67. Now again you have to know, among these 67 jhana, so there are 11 first jhana chaita, 11 second jhana chaita, 11 tat jhana chaita, 11 fourth jhana chaitas, and 23 fifth jhana chaitas. So how can you know them? They can be easily counted from chat number 1. So note that there are 3 first jhana chaitas in the Mahagata Chaita and 8 first jhana chaita in Lokuttara Chaita. So 3 plus 8, they make up 11 first jhana chaita. The second, the third, and the fourth jhana we count in the same way. And in the fifth jhana we have to add the 12 Arupa Vajra jhana, which belong to the fifth jhana. So in the fifth jhana you get 23. So now, you can also count from this chart. So we say among the 5 Rupa Vajra Kusala Chaita. So you have 1 first jhana, 1 second jhana, 1 third jhana, 1 fourth jhana, 1 fifth jhana. The same thing here also, 1 first jhana, 1 second jhana, etc. 1 first jhana, 1 second jhana, etc. So you have 3 first jhana, 3 second jhana, 3 third jhana, 3 fourth jhana, and 3 fifth jhana, 3 each. No, 3 into 5 times, you get 50. So all the 12 arupa vajra jhana, no, they are included among the 15, the 5th jhana, because they have the same jhana factors as the 5th jhana. So, no, the 5th jhana we have 12 more than the 1st jhana, 2nd jhana, 3rd jhana, and 4th jhana. Now in the Lokuttara jhana chaita, again we have here, now 1 first jhana, 1 second jhana, 1 third jhana, 1 fourth jhana, 1 fifth jhana. And the same thing here, 1 each. So how many first jhana? So 4 first jhana here, 4 first jhana here, you get 8 first jhana. And the same thing, no, the 4 second jhana, 4 second jhana, you get 8 second jhana also. 8 third jhana, 8 fourth jhana, 8 fifth jhana. So as you have 3 first jhana here, if you combine with this 8 first jhana, you get 11 first jhana. So the same thing, no? You have 3 second jhana and 8 second jhana, again 11 jhana. No? 11 second jhana, 11 third jhana, 11 fourth jhana. So when you come to the 5th jhana, no, you get the 11 5th jhana plus this 12. So, no, arupa jhana, then you get 23. Okay? Oh. Only 1 or 2, not your head. The other do not know. So, no, I think you can understand. Not yet? Okay, you just try to contemplate. So I'm trying to tell you so that you already know it. No, you already know it. So they are not very difficult actually. No? So we come to the next topic again. So division according to jati, we say. Jati, no, is but, is jati. So the chaitas are divided into 4 classes according to this jati, but they are akusala, kusala, vipaka, and kriya. So we already divide here akusala, kusala, vipaka, and kriya. So no, there are 4 kinds of chaita according to bhat, we say. And then no, the next one. By looking at the chart number 1, we can divide 54 kama vachara chaitas into 12 akusala chaita, 8 kusala chaita, 23 vipaka chaita, and 11 kriya chaitas according to bhat. So these 23 vipaka chaitas are collectively known as kama vipaka chaitas. And the 11 kriya chaitas are known as kama kriya chaita. So no, this is, you are just counting. Now we ask you, divide this 54 kama vachara chaitas according to bhat. So in examination you are asked like this. So now you have to divide this 54 according to bhat. So you just show this four group. So how many akusala chaita? 12. How many kusala chaita? 8. 8 kusala chaita. And how many vipaka chaita? 7 and 8, 15 plus 8, 23. And then how many kriya chaita? 11. 3 plus 8, 11. No, that's all. You just count this. No, the answer is only that. 12 akusala chaita, 8 kusala chaita, 23 vipaka chaita, and 11 kriya chaita. And now, as I told you, these 23 vipaka chaitas, collectively they are called kama vachara vipaka chaita. No, 23 of them. And again, this 11, no, the kriya chaita are collectively called kama vachara kriya chaita. Now, the same day, you can also divide 27 Megara chaita according to bhat. So you take only these 2 groups. How many akusala chaita? Nil. No akusala chaita. How many kusala? 9. How many vipaka? 9. How many kriya? 9. 9, 9, 9. So how do you call this 9 collectively? Mahagata kusala chaitas 9. Mahagata vipaka chaitas 9. And Mahagata kriya chaitas 9. Now we combine this, the 54 kama vachara with the 27 Mahagata. So we say we get 81 Lokiya chaita. Now again you are asked now, this Lokiya up to here, up to here, Lokiya. So divide them according to Bhat Jati. So now what would be your result? How many akusala? 12. How many kusala? So 8 plus 9, 17. So collectively you will call this 17 chaita. How do you call it? 17 the Lokiya. 17 Lokiya kusala chaita. And then how many vipaka? So 23 kama vachara vipaka and 9 Mahagata vipaka. 23 plus 9, 32. So how do you call that? 32 Lokiya vipaka chaita. Now how about the kriya chaita? 11 plus 9, 20. 20 Lokiya kriya chaita. Now if you add with this 9 or with this 8, so you get 89 chaita, the total chaita in brief, so 89. Now if you analyze it, how many are kusala? 12. How many kusala? 17 plus 4, 21. And how many vipaka? 32 plus 4, you get 36. And then kriya chaita is again 20. Now if you add this, the 81 Lokiya chaita with this 40, the total chaita, you get 121. So now if you analyze this 121 chaita, how many are kusala? Again 12. And how many kusala? 17 plus 20. So 37. And vipaka 32 plus 20, 52. And kriya 20. So, like in the examination, they like to ask like this. So if you know, you have to know this chart, so that you can remember these figures. So now, the last one, one more. We have one more topic. So, the number 13, the vision according to Vedana feeling. And there are 5 types of feeling that we describe here. So 3 here and 2 here. Now what are they? Please read. Somanasa, pleasant mental feeling. Domanasa, painful mental feeling. Sukha, pleasant bodily feeling. Dukkha, painful bodily feeling. Upekha, neutral feeling. So, we should notice that the 8 Lokuttara Chaitas, that is 4 Megha Chaita and 4 Phala Chaita, are designated by the dual symbol plus or minus, indicating that they may be associated with either Somanasa or Upekha, Somanasa or Upekha. So here we give this dual symbol here. So we mean the 8 Lokuttara Chaita, they can associate either with Somanasa or Upekha. So when you are taking Vipassana joyfully, so when you get Megha and Phala, they are Somanasa. So when you are doing Vipassana without joy, so only with Upekha, so your Megha Phala will be also Upekha. So that's what we mean there. Now, The 40 Lokuttara Chaitas can be, however, differentiated by Vedana. We can make a table, as shown in page the table 1.1, dividing separate groups of Chaitas according to Vedana. So now we go to the next the next page. So we have we get the table 1.1 here. So these are the Chaitas. So these are the 5 types of feeling. Now first you analyze the 12 Akusala Chaita. So in this 12 Akusala Chaita there are 4 Somanasa, 2 Domanasa, 6 Upekha, no Sukha, no Dukkha. So you can just see from this again. So you can see there's how many Somanasa? 4. And how many Upekha? 4 plus 2, 6. And Domanasa, 2. No Sukha, no Dukkha. Now you just go to the next group. Now about this 18 rootless consciousness. How many Somanasa? So from here you just see only 2 Somanasa. And then you have 1 Dukkha, 1 Upekha. 1 Sukha, 1 Dukkha, 1 Sukha. So 4 are already counted. So the remaining 14 are Upekha. So here we say, so among the 18 Ahituka Chaita, 2 Somanasa, no Domanasa, 14 Upekha, 1 Sukha and 1 Dukkha. Now how about the 24 Kama Sobhana Chaita? So the next group. So in the 24 Kama Sobhana Chaita, you have how many Somanasa? 4, 4, 4, 12. And also 12 Upekha. So you have 12 the Somanasa and 12 Upekha. The remaining are absent. Now you add up. When you add this, you get 54 Kama Vajra Chaita. So in this 54 Kama Vajra Chaita, how many are Somanasa? 18 Somanasa, 2 Domanasa, 32 Upekha, 1 Sukha and 1 Dukkha. Then we go to the 27 Mahakata. So this 27 Mahakata. Now how many Somanasa among these? So you just read here, very easy here. 4, 4, 4, 12. So how many Upekha? So minus, so here you get minus 3 and minus 12 here, 15. 12 Somanasa, 15 Upekha. So just put in here 12 Somanasa and 15 Upekha. So if you add up these two, you get 81 Lokiya Chaita. Now in this 81 Lokiya Chaitas, how many Somanasa? 30 Somanasa, 2 Domanasa, 47 Upekha, 1 Sukha and 1 Dukkha. So then we go to 40 Lokuttara. No, we skip the 8 Lokuttara because they are not distinct. So in this 40 the Lokuttara Jhana Chaita, how many Somanasa? 4 into 4 times 16. Also 16 plus here. So you get 32 Somanasa and 8 Upekha. So we just put in here 32 Somanasa, 8 Upekha. So now you can combine this, you get the total Chaita 121. So in this 121 Chaita, 62 are Somanasa, 2 are Domanasa, 55 Upekha, 1 Sukha, 1 Dukkha. So we can also make a rhyme to remember this. So the way we make is the Upin Cheche So Cha Dui. Okay. So we say Upan Cheche So Cha Dui Do Dui Do Su Et Do Su Et. Et is Eka, Ike is Ek means 1. So U means Upekha. Pancheche means Pancha. Pancha means 5. So, the so manasa is cha dui. So 6 is in Pali we call chattama. Chattama, so cha means 6. Dui means 2. 6 2. So cha dui. Do dui. Dui means 2. Do dui. Do manasa 2. And du su et means just 1. 1 each. So that's the way we try to remember. No? Upan che. So you can write however you want to. No? Upan che, so cha dui, do dui, du su e. Okay. No? Very good. Now we finished about the Chaita, the chapter 1 now. Now we go to the chapter 2. Chapter 2 is about mental factors, about mental factors. So, the next page, I show you the mental factors. So, the next chapter. So now we have about mental factors. So, there are 52 mental factors. These 52 mental factors, you have to know the name. Their name, they are remember, they are ultimate realities. They are different ultimate realities. Not just like different person. We give you the name of each person, so you have to know this name. So you should know their names, and then you should also know their meaning. Their meaning and then their function. Now for you who do not have the Abhidhamma book yet, and this book would be helpful to you, very helpful to you. And actually I write this as for application of Abhidhamma in daily life. In daily life. So it contains what we have taught up till now. It contains most of what I taught, what I have taught already. So, in the first and second chapter, I try to describe the meaning and the nature of existence. This can be explained only by Abhidhamma, and I show here. No other philosophers can give what is the meaning of life. What is the purpose of life? Nobody can give this question. So only the Buddha can explain. So very outstanding to know this thing. So then we say, the human existence is one of the best. So you may, when you hear that, in celestial realm you get everything you want, you will be very happy. So don't think that you will be happy, very, very happy. They also have the same thing, like the anger, like the greed, like the jealousy. So they also quarrel. So and there are more females than male. So they said one male, the celestial being will have 1,000 female beings, 1,000 wives. How can you be happy? 1,000 wives with one husband. So if you know that you don't want to go to there, actually, especially the women, they don't want to go, and the men would like to go. And they enjoy sense pleasure too much. Since their sense pleasure is much better than us. So they just they spend their time just enjoying sense pleasure. So that means they have very little chance to undertake meditation. Like in the human realm, we have both suffering and the happiness. They are mixed together. Because of the suffering, we know the suffering in life. Life is not only the happiness. So mostly it is just suffering. So that we are encouraged to do meditation. So the best place to do meditation is the human world. The human world. So we say the human world is the best. No? And now from chapter 4, I describe here conventional truth and ultimate truth. Actually, it is what I described in the introduction. Remember, I described the conventional reality, and then ultimate reality. Conventional truth, ultimate truth. And then again, real world, the elusive world. I described that here. So, the same thing as when you get a Abhidhamma book. So now, you can read them from here, from this book. And then in chapter 5, I describe the mind is supreme. Now, I like you to know the mind is most powerful in the whole universe. And the mind is the real creator of everything. The real creator of all living beings. And the real creator of all your fates and destiny. All your fates and destiny are determined by your mind. No? So if you develop a lot of moral minds, so you will become very rich, very beautiful. So if very little moral mind, you are not very beautiful, you are you are the poor, etc. So actually they are all done by the mind. So you should not look for any ultimate like they say in other religion. They call them. So what do they call them? The creator. How do you call the creator? So they call them to be the Almighty God. They create everything. That is not correct. That's not correct. The Buddha could see all 31 planes in detail. Every person he knew. And none of them are as powerful as the Buddha. Not like the Brahmas, they have to pay homage to the Buddha. They are lower than the Buddha. The Buddha is the highest. And nobody can create anybody, anyone. So if you look for those Almighty God and pray to them, God, please bless me. So you are praying to nothing actually. So by just praying there, you will get nothing. You will get nothing. So we say you pay homage to the Buddha, who is really the noblest. And by praying, you will get whatever you want. Because only your mind, you have to develop moral mind. And moral karma. This moral karma will give you all these things. If you don't have moral karma, you just keep on praying until you die. Nobody will help you. And you will die and you will be born in the woeful state. Not blessed. So we are free. We can determine our fate and destiny. It's up to you. Now, if you know the way, so you don't need to pray to all those things. So the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, the noblest things in the whole universe, the Buddha said. So, only if you take refuge in the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha, you are really safe. That means you will. So in the human realm, so you are more powerful than others, and you may be richer than the others, and you may be more beautiful than others. So just by taking refuge, and you can be really guaranteed not to be reborn in a woeful state. Just if you take down this triple refuge, when you are about to die, you just remember the Buddha. Then you will not be born in a woeful state. So that is the only guarantee we have. Now, if you just don't pay attention to that and you just praying to many gods which are created by these teachers, so they do not exist actually. There's no one who can create. Like in science also, we don't believe in any creator. In science, so we have the law in science. Matter and energy, that is what is known in science. So science says matter and energy can neither be created nor destroyed. Can neither be created nor destroyed. So to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction, they say. So to every action there must be reaction. So if you pound, no, so if you pound slowly, so it will hit you slowly. If you pound very hard, it will hit you very hard. No, so there is action to every action. And energy, no, you can use energy to perform work, but this energy cannot be lost. As we say, energy can neither be created nor destroyed. It must be converted into another form. And that's why we say, like in Buddhism, we say, no, with your moral mind, you perform meritocracy. So, no, that moral mind will not be, no, will not be eliminated. So it is not turned into the karma, moral karma, remain in you. Just like potential energy. So when I lift it up, so I use my force, no, to lift this up. So that means I have to do the work, no, to exert the energy to do the work to lift this up. And that energy is now stored up in this one. Because if I put it, I just drop it, it will fall down. So they say here potential energy. When you drop it, it converts into kinetic energy. So that is how science explains. Nothing, no. So only though we don't know. So the same thing when we study Buddhism. So Buddhism is the only religion that can cope with science, remember. No? So when science develops, we are very glad. Because when science develops, then we can explain the teaching of the Buddha better, no? By referring to the science. Now, like we say, what is the mind? The mind is supercomputer. So now, as we know how computer works, so the mind works better than this, or the best computer. So it can, take the data, unlimited data. Like in the computer, you have limited, so how many billion megabytes or something like that they have, but in the mind, unlimited. So it is a very great supercomputer, the mind. So the mind, everything is stored up in the mind. So all your existence, your experiences, your knowledge, what you have learned, what you have done, all those are recorded in your mind. So if you can read the people's mind, you know they are past existence. Past existence in the case of the Buddha, he knows the past existence. And very amazing, I give they call the American by the name of Edgar Cayce. They call it the miracle man. So he lives during the year 1900 to 1923. Even in 23 years, he cured more than 30,000 patients who cannot be cured by medical treatment. So he can cure them. So they have in Virginia Beach, they have Edgar Cayce Foundation. All the records of these patients are there. Now when he comes to 1923, so when he was in hypnosis, so one friend asked him, please tell me my horoscope. So horoscope, you know the horoscope, about your the planet and your all this, the effect on you, all this the horoscope. So he said, very good, very well, he said. No, he said, those planets have very little effect on you. Those little planets, they have the effect equally to all other people. So why one is very successful, one is very, very failure? So that is not due to the planet, he said. It is, what is important is what you have done in your past life on earth as human being. What you have learned there. Now if you can remember that, if you do now, you can become successful again. Then he started giving readings to many people. Many people all over the United States, requesting their live reading. So they need not come to him. Just state your name and then your address, where you are now. So just give that, your name and your address there. So under his hypnosis, he will come and diagnose you. He will read your mind. So then he will give you this, the life reading. So describing, in several past lives. So what you have done in this past life. So for example, I described one lady. She was the telegraph operator in New York. So she was sending many requests of the people to Ekagesi requesting. So she became interested. So she also requests for her live reading. And in 7 days the live reading came. So came to her, free of charge. How nice. No? And now they say, the live reading they say very briefly, you are wasting your time as a telegraph operator. You are wasting your time. You have been very successful commercial artist in several past lives. Now if you try, you will be one again. That's all. So she never had any thought about painting. But now when she got it, she said, I better try. So she enrolled in an art school. Just attending 2 or 3 sections now, what she had learned in the past, appear in the mind. So they are all stored up in the mind. So if you can recall them, you can remember them. Then you know what you have done in the past. So now she became, so successful commercial artist again. Commercial artist again. And coincidentally, in Myanmar at present, I have one student there. So he lived in the, we call it Pien U Luen, very beautiful town. The hill town. So our Pauk Siaro is going to conduct 3-month retreat near that town. So on the hill there, very nice weather the whole year. So this man, he was a university graduate. And he worked as a photographer. So he opened photography shop. So he is making a livelihood on that. And at one time he went to a meditation retreat. Now after meditating to get certain concentration. So because it's close to the jhana concentration. He remember how to paint. And he also remember how to do sculpting. The sculpting, you try to make various, the various objects by sculpting the wood. So when he came back, he started painting. He started painting, and he also did the sculpting. He didn't learn in this life. So his paintings are very beautiful, and sculptings, they are very good. So people come and buy them. So some painters, sculptors, they come to learn. How did he do it? Oh, he did just like we did, they said. That means he had learned the same thing, doing the same thing in the past life. So he is doing the same thing. So all this can be explained by Buddhism only, not in other religion. Not in other religion. So that shows Buddhism is the real, true religion. So we are giving you the evidences from America, from other countries. So not from Buddhist country, from Christian countries. So they cannot deny, they know, that Ekagesi at one time, very popular in America. So they have a book on him, written about him. They call it Many Mentions and Life of a Life about Ekagesi. So that book became they call it the bestseller for several years. And I actually take the evidence from that book. So if you want to read that book, I give you the name, the name and the author and the name of that book. So you can still get a copy of that book. Very, very strange. So at one time the people are very interested in that. Now as they cannot explain in that, and they do not agree with the religion. The religion cannot explain it, so they just put it aside. No, put it aside, but they are very important, so I try to expose it. No? So I say, in this book, we tell you that our introduction is here, and the mind is supreme, that you should know about this, that the mind is the most important thing. It is determining your fate and energy, and your fate and destiny. And then the chapter 6 is the good and bad qualities. And that good and bad qualities actually describe all these mental factors. So all these are mental factors. So, and the chapter 7, karma and the right view. Again, that what you should know in life. So in Abhidhamma we explain, but not as detailed here. And then the chapter 8 is the best advice for living and dying. And that is the best advice, how we should live according to the teaching of the Buddha in Abhidhamma. So I think, so why we don't get the Abhidhamma book, this book will be helpful to you. So what all the mental factors we teach now, you can learn from here. I describe now more precise here, shortly actually. Okay, now we take the 10 minutes break. 10 minutes break. So the men, they can use the toilet, the upstairs in my room where I am staying. So the ladies should use the lower room. Okay, so don't spend much time. Take 10 minutes. So now we shall learn about mental factors. So when we learn about these consciousnesses, actually, these 121 types of consciousness, they are actually combination of consciousness and mental factors. So now we learn about mental factors now. So mental factors are called Cetasika. So we have 4 characteristics of the mental factors here. So we say Cetasika, they are mental factors or mental concomitants that arise and perish together with consciousness. And they depend on consciousness for their arising, and they influence the mind to be bad, good, neutral as they arise. So the 4 characteristics are, they arise together with consciousness, and they perish together with consciousness. And they take the same sense object which the Chaita takes, and they share a common physical base. We call Vatu, physical base, for their arising. And they with the Chaita. So the consciousness and mental factors, they always arise together. They cannot arise separately. And they need a sense object to cling to. So a sense object, and they have to depend on a physical base. So these are materiality for their arising. And in the question, which is more powerful, as we say, the mind is the most powerful in the universe. And the mind is now made up of consciousness and mental factors. So, what makes the mind most powerful? So, we say here consciousness is the leader. It is. So we say here Chaita is no doubt the leader and forerunner of the group of mental factors and consciousness. But mental factor, Cetasika, they influence the Chaita and direct the Chaita to perform actions, speeches and thoughts, either morally or immorally. And these actions, speeches and thoughts change the world every day. And their karmic forces will create new worlds in the future. So, which is more powerful, conscious and mental factors. So we say as they walk together, they arise together, they are equally powerful. So No, though we say the minds. The mind is a combination of consciousness and mental factors. No? We should know that. Now we go to the next the topic, classification of mental factors. No? So, and now we give you the table here. There are 52 Cetasikas, 13 are neutral. We call them Anya Samana, that they are the neutral ones. And 14 are immoral, akusala. So, and then 25 are sovana, beautiful. So, we have immoral minds. These minds become immoral because they associate with immoral mental factors. With immoral mental factors. So, as there are only consciousness, mental factors, and materiality in the universe, so this 14 akusala cetasika, immoral mental factors, they are the bad things in the universe. Only this in the whole universe, what are really bad as this 14. This 40. And then we have sovana. We come across this word, akusala, immoral, sovana, to be the beautiful. And I give you the meaning here. Anya samana cetasikas are neutral mental factors, and they act as our essential qualities. So we need them to know each sense object. And then akusala cetasika are immoral mental factors. They are our bad qualities. So they are our intrinsic qualities, all of them. And sovana cetasikas are beautiful mental factors. They are our good qualities. So we should know our bad qualities and good qualities, so that we can suppress the bad ones and develop the good ones. Now we take the first group. So we call them neutral mental factors. Neutral mental factors, anyasmana cetasika. So, these 13 mental factors, they associate with both sovana ceta and asovana ceta. So remember, these are asovana ceta and these are sovana ceta. So that means they can associate with all kinds of the consciousness. Now, they are neutral and they enhance the properties of the cetasikas with which they associate. And we can use them for our good purposes. So, they can arise in immoral minds, and then when they arise in immoral minds, they enhance that immoral properties. Now when they arise in beautiful minds, then they will they support these beautiful qualities. We can use them for good and bad, it's up to you. So if we can use them for good, then they become very useful to us. Now these 13, we divide them into two subgroups. So one subgroup we call Sabba Ceta Sadharana, Sadharanas. So meaning essentials, which associate with all the Ceta. So there are 7, the neutral mental factors. So they associate with all the Ceta. And the second group we call Pakinakas, they are particulars, which selectively associate with some Sovana Ceta as well as with some Sovana Cetas. So the number 6. Now we take the first subgroup, essential mental factors. Sabba Ceta Sadharana Cetasika. Sabba in Pali means all. Sadharana also means associate. So these, the 7 mental factors, they associate with all the Cetas. Now these are the name of the 7. So, so these are the essential meaning. So at least you have to remember about this much. So you have to, you learn them. Now we can read Phassa. We call it PH Pa. AS Pass. Phassa, contact or mental impression. Vedana, feeling or sensation. Sanya. So this N, no, with the dot or with the bar above. So the bar is a little, it is not straight. So we call nya, no, this nya. So sanya. Sanya is perception. Chetana, volition or intention. Ekakada, one-pointedness or concentration. So we are now in Pali we call samadhi. So when we undertake meditation and our concentration rises, we call it samadhi. And jivitendriya, no, Tin, T-I-N, tin, driya, psychic light or light frequency. So psychic life is the life of the life of the mind, we might say. And manasikara, manasikara is attention or reflection. So when we give you the meaning like this, they don't seem to be very significant. Now when we explain them, so they become very significant. Now for example, phassa, contact, and or mental impression. What do we mean by the contact? So now we explain. Phassa furnishes the contact between the sense object, the sense door, and consciousness. For example, the contact between visible object, eye door, that is the eye, and eye consciousness, chakku viññāna, is accomplished by this phassa. Without phassa, there will be no sense impression and consequently no cognition. Cognition means knowing the sense object. To cognize means to know, not to know the sense object. And when by that contact, phassa also produce feeling. So now, I have to explain to you how the consciousness arises in us. So we say we have 6 sense door, remember, the eye door. The eye is called the eye door. Now the visible object appears at the eye door. The eye door is actually, so the Buddha, he pinpoints, what is the eye door? The whole eye is called the eye door? No, the Buddha said. Only clear materiality in the pupil. Clear materiality in the pupil, that function as the eye door. So all the objects in front of you appear in that clear materiality. So all your pictures are in our pupil actually. Now we say when the visible object come in contact with that clear materiality that we call the eye door, then eye consciousness arises at the contact, at the point where the visible object strikes, the eye door. So it is similar to striking of a matchbox. So in the matchbox you have the rough surface. Now this is the matchstick. Now when you strike it, what happens? When you strike it, you get the flame. Now where does this flame comes from? Does it come from the matchstick? No. Does it exist in the matchbox? No. Why did it arise? Because of the contact of this matchstick and the matchbox. So by the rubbing there, so we get the flame. Where the flame arises? It arises at the point of contact. Where this get the contact there, so there it arises. So the same thing, eye consciousness does not exist anywhere. Does not exist anywhere. Now, when the visible object is like the striking element, and then the eye door is the receiving element, we call it. So when they strike there, so at the striking point, eye consciousness arises. Just like the flame arises, eye consciousness arises. Now, so when this flame, it goes out or it vanishes, where does it go? When the flame disappears, where does it go? It doesn't go anywhere, it just disappears there. The same thing, eye consciousness arises just for a moment, arise and then it disappears. So it never arises. No? So eye consciousness arises in the eye, but just for a moment. No, for a moment. Why the sense object is in contact with the eye door. So no, at that contact point, there are three things in contact now. You get the eye door, and then the visible object. And eye consciousness arises at that contact point. So these three, no, they are in contact. The eye door, eye consciousness, and visible object. Now, no, the eye door, its function is already finished. Now, this consciousness, eye consciousness, is mentality. The visible object is materiality. So, no, though they are together, we cannot say they are in contact. So, no, it is that phassa, no, that makes the contact between the sense object and the eye consciousness. No? So we say, no, by making the contact, so phassa makes the impression of the visible object on the eye consciousness. So eye consciousness see the visible object. So mentality, materiality, to come in contact, we need phassa. And by this contact, phassa produces feeling. Feeling is very important to us. No, feeling is very important to us, and we take it as the next one. So Vedana is feeling. No, Vedana enjoys the taste of the sense object. It is like a king who enjoys a delicious dish. There are 5 types of feeling. So we already described here 5 types of feeling. No? So normally when the desirable, the beautiful sense object comes in contact, you get pleasant feeling. The undesirable, hateful sense object comes in contact with you, you have painful feeling. No? And then if neutral object comes in contact, you get neutral feeling. So depending on 3 types of object, 3 types of feeling arises. No? Feeling arises. So this feeling is very important to us. Feeling is very important to worldly people. People are struggling day and night for the enjoyment of sense of pleasure, which is mainly pleasant feeling. No. When we are watching the Korean movie, Chinese movie, eating Chinese noodle, hotel noodles, and the hamburger, the McDonald's hamburger. So, what you are enjoying is just the good feeling. When the food is good, the feeling is good. When the movie is good, the feeling is good. So we like this feeling. We don't like the painful feeling. We don't like. So we like pleasant feeling. So to enjoy this pleasant feeling, we have to walk the whole day, to get money, to enjoy that. So and then, another thing is, we say it is Vedana, feeling itself, that enjoys the taste of the sense object. So you think you enjoy the taste of the sense object. No, so I also think I enjoy the taste of the sense object. But I do not exist. You do not exist. Don't forget about that. No, I do not exist. You do not exist. Which is you? Which is you? Which is I? Though we say you and I, we say, it is not I. So it is just a group of mentality, materiality arising, dissolving very rapidly. So we cannot see those arising and dissolving. What arises, everything dissolves. Immediately, what arises, all of them dissolve. Nothing permanent exists. So, which one do you call I then? So, according to us, as we don't know the arising and perishing all the time, we think we exist all the time. So that is, we say, it is an illusion. Illusion caused by the ignorance, moha, remember. Because we cannot see ultimate reality, we think I exist. So actually, I do not exist. You do not exist. Now that is in the ultimate sense we say. Conventionally, the Buddha say, we exist, you exist. So we say, I enjoy it. But in the ultimate sense, no I. So who enjoy this pleasant feeling? The feeling itself enjoys it. And we think we enjoy it. No, we enjoy it. So now the whole group of feelings, the past, in the past you have enjoyed, the present you are enjoying now, and the future you are enjoying in the future, and one's own and external mean other people's feeling. So all the feelings in the whole universe is grouped together, and it is designated as with the Nekanda, feeling aggregate. Aggregate and group, they mean the same thing. No? So the feeling is designated as with the Nekanda, as one of the 5 groups of existence. So the Buddha, he divides our body and mind into 5 groups. And this Vedana is one group. With the Nekanda, they call. So all the feelings we have enjoyed, we are enjoying now, we shall enjoy later, and other people's feelings, all these feelings, they are called the feeling aggregate. So this aggregate is not a person, just the feeling. Not the feeling, the feeling, there's not a person, not a living being. It arises because of the contact between the visible object and the sense object. The visible object and the consciousness. And then after that, sooner or later it dissolves. Sooner or later it dissolves. So it is not a person. So to show that I, you do not exist, the Buddha, he analyzed into 5 aggregates. So now we get 1 aggregate. Now the third aggregate is we call sanya, perception. Sanya takes note of the sense objects as to their color, to their form, shape, name, etc. It functions as memory. It is sanya that enables one to recognize an object that has once been perceived by the mind through the senses. The mind works like a supercomputer. The data produced by perception are transmitted from mind to mind, so they remain in the mental stream. So these old data can be recalled with mindfulness. Mindfulness is another mental factor, and this is the reason why we remember what we have learned, and why some people can remember their past existences, as the mental stream is not cut off at death. So sanya is perception. We call it perception. It perceives. It perceives the sense object. Now when we see a new person, so we take note of what is his features. So how is his shape, his form, and then his appearance, and then also his name or her name, and then address, telephone number, everything. So when you take this, all these are perceived by the sanya, and sanya. So this mind, one mind can perceive only one aspect. It would take the appearance, and then another mind arises, accompanied by sanya. Sanya accompanied with every mind. So the next sanya will take notice of the color of the body, and the appearance of the body. And then, how about the eye? How about the nose? So in detail, so it actually, in one snap of the hand, billions of, the consciousness arises. We say, so each consciousness accompanied by sanya. Sanya takes notes. So as soon as it arises, it dissolve. So they cannot take the whole feature at the time. So they take only one aspect. So all these are transmitted to the mind. So this is the first mind with the sanya, take notes of your form. So at the end it dissolves. When it dissolves, it transmitted to the next mind. And another sanya arises, another sanya also take notes of your feature. And then it also dissolves, and then it transmits to the next mind. So all these data are transmitted in the mind from mind to mind. So we say it is always in the mental stream. So if you can recall them, then you remember what you have seen, what you have learned. So we still remember what we have learned till since childhood, no, all the vocabularies. No, if if you not store up anywhere, so all those vocabulary like mommy, daddy, no, the water and rice, so food. So this vocabulary, if they are not stored up any place, you will not remember. So they are stored up, stored up in the mental stream, so you can recall them, so you remember. No, you remember what you have learned in the previous day. So not only sanya, leaves its data in the mental stream. The feeling also it leaves this data in the mental stream. And consciousness, we say consciousness is aware of the sense object. So also the consciousness, when it dissolves, it leaves its what it see, it leaves all this data in our mind. All of them are in our mind. So when you recall, say, your last birthday, so you can see with the friends there, and as you have been happy there, now you also feel happy, because those the happiness that you enjoy there are recorded in your mind. You record them, so you feel happy also now. So when you think about the sad things, so you also feel sad now. Because you are experience the same thing. So what you have been to that. And we say some people can even remember their past existence. Because in the whole of your life, so all you have learned, all you have seen, all you have heard, so all this data are transmitted from mind to mind till you die. So when you die, your last consciousness is we call dead consciousness. As soon as dead consciousness dissolves, so rebirth consciousness, the next existence arises immediately without any lapse in time. So all the data from this dead consciousness will pass into the rebirth consciousness of the next life. And that's the reason we say all what you have learned in the past life are stored up in you now. In you now. Not just like the Buddha and Ekagesi, they can read them, they can see them. They can see them. And there's also, we say, many persons, there are many people who can remember their past existence. When they are about 3 years old, they can tell their past existence very well. For example, here in this book, I wrote several the example, very interesting actually. Just like a boy in London by the name of Christian Heineken. This boy, after a few hours he was born, he could speak. He could speak. How can he speak? He didn't learn how to speak, but now he could speak. At the age of 1 year, he can recite many passages from the Bible. Without not reading the Bible, now he could recite them. And at the age of 2 years, you can ask him any question on geography, he can answer it. So he must be a geography professor. So how can he remember? So the only explanation as is now, just like Abhidhamma say, all this data that he learned in the past life, now coming along with him, he remember this. He can recall them, so he remember. So some people, they can also remember their past life, what they have been, where they are born, what they have done. So you may say, why we don't remember? You may answer that. Well, if I ask you, what do you eat 7 days ago? No, none of you. So even 7 days ago, what you have done, you don't remember. How can you remember your past existence? Now, those of you who cannot remember your past existence, so you can be made to know your past existence. And again, here I recite the example, not just like in in Europe and America. They did many researches in the university. They call it age regression by hypnosis. So when a person is hypnotized and he can be asked to tell about his existence, So at the age of 10 years, what did you do? In the age of 5 years, what did you do? They can tell. So under hypnosis. So in Pennsylvania, America, they have the one church they call Coptic Church, and then the monk there is, they call it Reverend Martin, and then he have about 21, 22 educated university graduate, among his devotees. They are interested to do this research, so they learn how to hypnotize person. So it would not be very difficult. You can learn them. Then they hypnotize their own devotees, and under hypnosis they ask them to tell their past existence. Every person tell about their past existence, so all recorded. Now when they are dehypnotized, so this what they said is playback to them. So they said, I'm talking about my past existence, and that I don't believe it. He said, because they don't believe they are in their past existence. They don't believe that there is a past existence. According to other religion, you are created in this life. You don't have past existence. But now you are telling your past existence. Everyone tell your past existence. They don't believe, but now they investigate. When he said he was born in that quarter, in that address, by that name, his parents are who, and what did he do? When they investigate, what they said is all correct. So they're such convinced. So your past is then only under hypnosis you can do it. But like the Pa-Auk meditation center, well, so we don't use hypnosis. But you can tell your past existence. So when we come to vipassana, then so Pa-Auk shadow shows the way how we can know our past existence. So in detail, your past existence you can know. You can know. So that's very interesting. So that is about this sanya. We say all the data recorded in the mind. The mind works as supercomputer. Very clear. Very clear. Okay, now we can continue. Because we have a lot to learn. So number 4, Chetana, and this again, this the whole group of perception, just like feeling, they are grouped together as an aggregate again. So it is designated or given the name Sanyak Khanda, perception aggregate. So there is the second, the aggregate of existence. Now we go to the next, the mental factors, Chetana. So it is volition or intention. Now, this Chetana is very important again. As we see, like contact is quite important because it produces the feeling that we like to enjoy. And Vedana is very important, perception very important. Now this Chetana more important. So all of them are important. So now Chetana coordinates its concomitants. Its concomitant means the consciousness and other mental factors that arise together with it. We call it concomitant. And it acts like a chief disciple or like a farm owner who fulfills his duties and regulates the work of others as well. It prompts its concomitants to do their respective functions to accomplish each action. So Chetana acts on its concomitant, acts in getting a sense object, and acts in accomplishing an action, thus it determines an action. So every action that you do is performed by this Chetana, volition. So we say, when one mind arises, so you have the consciousness and several mental factors. So these 7 mental factors that we call essential mental factors, they associate with all the mind. They all arise together, these 7, they arise together. They arise together. So Chetana, it performs its work as well as it prompts others to do their work. So now to know its sense object, it tries to take notice of the sense object, and then it also asks the other mental factors and consciousness to do their part to know the sense object. So only then we know the sense object. And the same thing, no, in the performing an action. So, no, when I explain about karma in the result, so I give the example. Now a mosquito bites you, not in the forehead. So you feel painful. So when you feel painful, you know, consciousness knows, oh, a mosquito is biting me, it's very painful. So when you are painful, what happens? Are you happy or are you angry? So you will be angry. If you are angry, then anger-rooted consciousness arises in you. So, not this anger, when it arises, so we say anger, no? So we are very sensitive. Very sensitive. Why? We love ourselves most. It's very beautiful. The Buddha said, everybody loves himself most, loves herself most. So if a man tells you, oh, I love you more than my life, he is cheating. You should know that. You should know that. Everybody loves himself most. So as we love ourselves most, we are very sensitive. As soon as we get the painful, we are angry. So as soon as dosa arises, so dosa is anger, hatred, evil, we say. And it is the most destructive element, the Buddha said. Now dosa demand. This mosquito is biting me very painfully. We must kill it. But dosa itself cannot bring about the killing action. So it is the volition, chaitana, that will bring about the killing action. Now this volition, we say, formally it is just neutral. Now when it associates with dosa, it becomes angry volition. It becomes angry volition now. So this angry volition sets the intention to kill. So this intention, what is the intention? So it's very important in the murder case. They say, what is the intention to kill this person? So it sets the intention to kill. And then it prompts. It prompts, its concomitants mean consciousness and other mental factors. Now do your part. We must kill this mosquito. Now you do your part. So consciousness moves the hand. The hand cannot move by itself. It is moved by consciousness. Because consciousness produces materiality. As the consciousness arises, it produces materiality. And in meditation, you can see clearly that when you intend to move, so your consciousness producing materiality. Materiality arise here, dissolve, arise here, dissolve, arise here, dissolve, arise here, dissolve. And by that, your hand is moving. And now you smash it. So the mosquito dies. Now the question, who kills a mosquito? So, which kills a mosquito? Now, as the hen smashes, you might say, the hen, you are the killer. Then the hen would say, no, I cannot move by myself. Now, if you just leave me here, down here, I just remain like this the whole day. But now consciousness moves me. I don't know what it is I'm doing. So it is moving me, so I move. So then you might say, then you are not the real killer. Consciousness, you move the hand and you kill the mosquito, you are the killer. So consciousness would say again, no, consciousness is just awareness of the sense object, we say. So the consciousness, we say, I am just aware of the mosquito bite. I have no intention to kill the mosquito. I have no intention. Now the volition asks me to swing the hand, so I swing. So who is the killer? Now you know it is volition. Because of volition, this action is started, and volition by your smashing. So we say, every snap of hand, 1,000 billion chaita arise and dissolve. So this is very important. 1,000 billion chaita arise and dissolve. So why you smash at least 1,000 billion? So in all this chaita, volition is present. So all these volition are prompting to kill the mosquito. So it is also not taking part. So, no, this 1,000 billion volition, no, so because it is prompting like consciousness, no, and then other mental factor to swing the hand and kill it, so killing action is accomplished. So the mosquito die. So who is the killer? So the Buddha said it is volition. No, because of volition, the killing action is accomplished. No, so this action is identified with with volition, and volition the Buddha called volition as karma, because action is called karma. So the Buddha also called this volition as the karma. No, the karma is the driving force that kills, not the mosquito. Now again, this 1,000 billion volition that arise and dissolve. So as soon as they arise, dissolve. When they dissolve, they always they leave behind their potential, the energy. That we also call that potential energy, because they are killing. So we also call that karma. So karma seed, we to distinguish, these are the karma, and we call this the karma seed. And actually in Pali, the Buddha, he gave different name. He said, those who are the volition that arise with the mind, that kill the mosquito, they are co-nascent volition. Co-nascent means they arise together with the mind. And their property, which is left behind. Remember, to every action there is an equal and opposite reaction. Energy can neither be created nor destroyed. So it is using that energy, and that energy is now stored up in your mind as the karma seed. And the Buddha called this asynchronous karma. Asynchronous means it arises at one time and it will produce its action another time. So it is called asynchronous karma. So it always remains in our mental stream, not just like the plant seeds. So after you eat the fruit, the seed will remain. So these seeds, from one seed, a new tree can appear, can grow. The same thing, this are the karma seed, can produce a new existence. So if it is the immoral karma, it always produces, is the result in the fourfold abode. So rebirth in the fourfold abode. But in the case of the bad effects can arise in this life. If you kill many living beings, you may be killed by someone. So that means the action and reaction can come in this life. And also those karma will send you to the fourfold state. The fourfold state. So, and that's why we say here, Chaitana sets the intention to perform an action and prompts its concomitant to do their respective functions to accomplish the action. So Chaitana is responsible for accomplishing the action, and it is identified with the action. So in Anguttara Nikaya, the Buddha remarked, volition is action. Action is called in Pali karma. Thus I say, O monks, for as soon as prompted by volition, one does the action, be it by body, speech, or mind. So we can do the action bodily, verbally, or mentally. Mentally. So three types of action. So these are volition that brings about this action. So volition is called karma. So because of that, so Chaitana plays an important role in all action. Chaitana is the most significant Chaitasika in mundane consciousnesses, whereas Panya, wisdom, is the most important mental factor in supramundane consciousnesses. Because when we attain the Mega Chaita, the wisdom that associates with the Mega Chaita, we call the part wisdom. And that part wisdom that really eliminates all these lobha, dosa, moha. So they are very, very, very the powerful. So nobody can can eliminate them. So when you say Almighty God, no Almighty God. No, so why do Almighty God He create all this lopa, dosa, moha? The cause of suffering in the whole world. So the people, all the people are His sons and daughters as they create them, and they are killing with each other. Why do they do that? Because of this lopa, dosa, moha. So it's not God's will. It's not God's will. So there's no God actually. So when the people do not know all these things, so try to invent something to explain. To explain. So they make it a religion. A religion. So they should study Buddhism. This is realism Buddhism, just like we call ultimate science. The science, it is just like the science fact. Nobody knows this fact. So they should make use of this. Actually. Okay, now we get the Chaitanya is very important again. Now Ekagata, one-pointedness. So it is, you already know Ekagata is among the 5 jhana factors. Ekagata. So this EG is Ekagata. So it is, we call it one-pointedness of the mind. So it unites consciousness and mental factors harmoniously and focuses them on one object. It prevents its concomitant. Its concomitant means consciousness and mental factor from dissipation, from dispersion, and fixes them on the one object. It is similar to water that binds together several substances to form one concrete mass. It is like a firmly fixed pillar that cannot be shaken by the storm. Ekagata is one of the 5 jhana factors. When developed and cultivated by meditation, it is known as samadhi, concentration. And it is the seat of all attentive, selected, focused or concentrated consciousnesses. Remember, this Ekagata unites the mind, and because that the mind becomes very powerful. Not like those supernormal power comes from this, the Ekagata. Now number 6 is Jivitendriya. So we call it psychic life. It is a combination of 2 terms. We say Jivita means life, Indriya means controlling faculty. So it is called Jivita life because it sustains its concomitant. So now it is called Indriya because it controls its concomitants. Just as lotuses are sustained by water and an infant by inerts, sustained by inerts. So all mental concomitants, that is consciousness and mental factors, are sustained by these Jivitendriya. Now I will tell you an example. Now we say when you have water in the pond, so lotuses, they are blooming. They are blooming. Now, if the water in the pond dries up, what happens? All these lotus will die. So we can say water is the life of those lotus plants. The water sustains them to be alive. And the same thing as inerts is, they are taking care of the infant. So the life of the infant is sustained by the nurse. So the same thing, this Chitta and Jidasika, they are sustained by this Jivitendriya so that they can last throughout their lifespan. If there is no life, no Jivitendriya, they arise and dissolve, they cannot perform their function, then we shall also die. So when this Jivitendriya is cut off, we shall die. Now we say the karma that produce our existence, keep on producing its resultant consciousness, Mahavipaka Cheda, one after another. So in all these Cheda, these 7 mental factors, they arise together, including psychic life. So because psychic life is arising one after another, so we are alive. Now actually we are dying every consciousness moment. No, when one consciousness arises, Jivitendriya arises, we are born. So when that consciousness dissolves, perishes, Jivitendriya also perish, so we die. But the karma produces another consciousness, another Jivitendriya, we are born again. So we are actually born, die, born, die, born, die. No? So only that we don't know. No? So when we reflect on the nature of death, we have to reflect on this fact. So now Jivitendriya becomes very important again. And number 7 is manasikara, we call attention or reflection. Manasikara is the mind's first confrontation with the sense object, and it directs its associated mental concomitants to the object. It is therefore the prominent factor in the 2 avajjana chaitas, namely Panchadwara Vajjana and Manodwara Vajjana. So, Panchadwara Vajjana is called 5-door directing consciousness, and then Manodwara Vajjana is called mind-door directing consciousness. These 2 consciousnesses breaking through the life continuum, Bhuinga, form the first stage in the cognitive process. So we say, we have 6 sense doors. So these 5 doors, whenever a visible object arises in there, so it is the Panchadwara Vajjana that confronts this sense object, that take notice this sense object. So Panchadwara Vajjana is just rotating among these 5 sense doors. So so what is the object that appears in this door? So it confronts it. So though we say the Panchadwara Vajjana confronts or take notice of this sense object and directs the mental stream towards this object, actually it is manasikara that is present in this Panchadwara Vajjana, doing this confronting the job. So, and also we say when the sense object appears, the mind door, Manodwara Vajjana, take notice of it, confronts it. And again, when we say that Manodwara Vajjana, so Manodwara Vajjana is just a combination of consciousness and mental factor, including the manasikara. So it is actually manasikara that confronts the sense object. So again, manasikara is quite important. Now we say, as the rudder of a ship directs her to her destination, so manasikara directs the chaita and its concomitants towards the sense objects. Without manasikara, the mind is like a rudderless ship, and it cannot be aware of a sense object. So because of manasikara, we are aware of each sense object. And now in a more general sense, manasikara appears frequently in the suttas as yoniso manasikara, wise reflection, and ayoniso manasikara, unwise reflection. So wise reflection leads to moral consciousness, whereas unwise reflection or attention leads to immoral consciousness. So when we learn about the consciousness, so we say usually in volumes only immoral minds arise most of the time. Only very rarely the moral minds will arise. So what is important is these 2 minds. These 2 types of mind. So these they will arise automatically. So they will arise automatically when the sense object come in contact with the sense door. Eye consciousness, ear consciousness, they arise automatically. And also at that time, Panchadwara Vajjana, Manodwara Vajjana, they arise automatically. They has nothing to do with us. So they are arising automatically, so we can see, we can hear, etc. What is important to us is this 2. And we have control on this 2. We have control. So when we don't know how to control, only immoral minds keep arising. The reason is the mind is always influenced or overwhelmed by lobha, dosa, moha, most of the time. These immoral mental factors, they overwhelm the mind. They influence the mind. So only immoral minds will be arising. Now when we know the teaching of the Buddha, so we know how to develop moral minds. How can we develop moral minds? How can we develop them? So by doing meritorious deeds, we say. So what are the meritorious deeds? Dana, Sila, Bhavana. So remember. So now when we know that, I must do meritorious deeds. So starting from the morning, we begin to do meritorious deeds. So the best way is to keep the Buddha statue, the Buddha's image in your home, the shrine room. So try to offer water, tea, coffee that you are going to drink, and the cake you are going to eat, offer the Buddha. So there is dana. So while you are offering them, you are having moral minds by billion. Then we should say prayers. Every morning you should say prayers. So when we say prayers, so we take threefold refuge. Buddham saranam gacchami. We pay homage to the Buddha, Namo Tassa 3 times. Then we take threefold refuge. So sincerely, respectfully we should take. So why we are not doing Buddham saranam gacchami, I take refuge in the Buddha. So that means you are respecting the Buddha. You know the Buddha is most powerful, so he can protect you. So if you develop respect to the Buddha, while you are doing Buddham saranam gacchami, you are developing moral minds by billions. So when we know we can develop moral minds very easily. So we say just while you are walking, while you are doing, while you just try to reflect araham, araham. Try to reflect the attribute of the Buddha. So when you do araham, you should know the meaning. If you don't know the meaning now, you have no response now. What is araham? You don't know. So actually we explain in this Visuddhimagga how to do this Buddhanusti, etc., meditation. So now araham means the Buddha is totally pure from this defilement. And because of that he is the noblest. And because of that he is most worthy of veneration. So at least when you say araham, Buddha is the purest, and he is the noblest and most worthy of veneration. So if you can know that, so as soon as every time you recite araham mentally, 1,000 billion good karma, and another step araham, 1,000 billion good karma, another step araham, 1,000 billion good karma. So you just try to get all this good karma. So when we know, very easy. So when we don't know, we don't know how to reflect that. So we don't get any good karma. So try to do the good karma the whole day as much as possible. So because we have the evidences of the benefits, all these benefits. Some people they have done something bad, including me. When I was very young, just a country boy, so had nothing to do in the country. So I have the giving you almsgiving, the dana. So they are going. They have the Jazanhinga. Jazanhinga is the Myanmar way we cook it. The jazan is also made of rice, not like the noodles. So it is like noodles. We call it rice. Rice noodle you might say. So they make it. They cook it with some like a little tasting hot and sour. It tastes very good, so ready after the class, you please have that. You please have that. So sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So good karma. Good karma will bring this. So they say, like in Sri Lanka, there's a man by the name of Dhammila. So his duty is to look after a bridge at night, to watch the bridge at night. Now in the morning, so he would take the fishing rod and he would go fishing. So he will fish up till, say, up to 10 a.m., 11 a.m. When he got all the fish, say, like the 30, 40 fish, he gave to his wife. So the wife has to exchange 1/3 of the fish with rice, and 1/3 with ghee, and then 1/3 they cook for themselves. With this ghee, they cook, they cook. And then they eat with this rice. And that's the way they live on for 50 years. Every day he is fishing, so to eat, so they have to do it. So that means he have killed so many fish in 50 years, just remember. So if they are not married at the age of 20, now they are 70 years old. So when he is very old, he fell ill. So when he fell ill, a mountain monk, a mountain monastery, who lived in the mountain monastery. So that monk used to come to their house for alms food every day. So they donated, the wife donated every day. Now when that monk come, so the wife said, Pandey, excuse us, we have nothing to donate to you. They are very poor actually, they have nothing to donate. So the monk, as he is very friendly, familiar with them. How's your husband? May I have a look? Oh yes, you can have. So just a little hard. So when he went into it, so the man was lying on the mat. Now devotee, how's your illness? It is getting worse. It's getting worse. So I have to pass away with this the illness. So he already gave up. No medicine, no nothing. So he's going to die. Well, in that case, I will admonish you 5 precepts. Now you recite Abhidhamma. So when you begin to take the precept, you have to say Namo Tassa 3 times. So by saying Namo Tassa 3 times, you get billions of good karma already. And then he take Buddham Saranam Gacchami, Dhammam Saranam Gacchami, Sangham Saranam Gacchami. He recite after the monk. And after reciting that, he could not open his mouth anymore. He is biting his tongue. And only the salivas are coming out. And then he became unconscious. So his eye became white. So the monk knew, the man cannot speak anymore. He's going to die. So he left. So he went on alms round. So when he came to his monastery, as soon as he sit down, so a celestial being appear. So with body rays, bright body rays. So he asked, who are you? I am Damila. Where are you now? I was born in the upper Chitumharajika realm. So among the 7 celestial realms, it is the lowest realm. So in the lowest realm, it is we say upper. So the lower Chitumharajika realm is on the earth, earthbound deities. He is not the earthbound deity. He was born on the celestial realm. So I came to thank you, because of your admonishing me this threefold refuge. Now I was born in the Tawadimsa realm. If I can take the 5 precepts, I would be able to be reborn in Tawadimsa realm, he said. So I thank you very much. So he paid homage to the monk. So with this, in connection with this, there is some inquiry, some comment, some argument actually. So like the very wise, wise man, like the other thing we say king. For what is the king's name? So the other day, well we get Nagasena and King Milinda. So they asked the question. So now this man, he has killed many fish in 50 years. Just before he died, he took the threefold refuge. And now you said when he died, he was born in the upper celestial realm. I don't believe it. So they don't believe it. So it is unbelievable actually. No, then no, the monk no, explained to it. Now, no, Your Majesty, if you throw a small stone into the pond, what happened? The stone will sink. If you throw a big stone, what happened? The stone will sink. So the stone, they are denser than water. Whether it is small or whether it is big, it always sinks. No? But now you build a big ship. Now you bring the pebbles or the stone, 50 loads, 50 cut loads of the pebbles, put in the ship. So if the ship is very big, it will not sink. So if it does not sink, cannot it travel to another town? Oh yes, it will be able to travel. The same thing, the explain. So those immoral karma, like killing the fish, so they are just like the pebbles, you see. So like the pebbles, if one little people has a chance to put in the water, it will sink. So it is bad karma. If it has the chance, one bad karma has the chance to bear result. You will be born in the bobo state. No? But now, you put them in the ship, they don't have the chance to put into water. No? And now the good karma, taking 3-4 refuge is just like building a big ship. Because the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha are the noblest, very noble. So if you have the respectfully take the refuge there, your good karma is very strong, very powerful, just like the big ship. So it can take all those, the pebbles, the 50 loads, cut loads of pebble, and it can travel to another town. So the same thing. Now this man, just before he died, he got take 3-4 refuge. So he built a big ship. So all his bad karma with him, he can go to a higher celestial realm. So then they believe in that. And so when about the karma, how karma bear result, the time of near death is very important. Though you have done many good karmas, at the time of near death, if you remember a bad karma, a bad deed you have done, that bad karma will have the chance to bear result. So though you have very good karma, just like Queen Manlika, Queen Manlika, so the queen of the Kosla, King Kosla, together with the king, they have the chance to donate the best food to the Buddha and the Sangha. So they have very great merit. But she also did something wrong. So one time when she went into the bathroom, so a dog came in, and she enjoyed sexually with the dog. So when she came out, the dog followed her. The dog followed her. And the king saw her with the dog from the palace. So he asked her, Malika, why you and the dog came out from the bathroom together? No, you have the wrong vision. I came alone. I came out alone. So she lied. So as the king loved her very much, so finally he forgot about it. He excused her. Now when she died, this event arise in her. She remembered this event. So though she have done many good meritorious deeds, when she died, she was born in a witchy hell, the lowest hell, the worst hell. So, but very luckily, those good karma, they rescue her. They rescue her. So the one big karma, so rescue her. So she could be reborn into Sitaram. So she have to suffer in a witchy hell only for 7 human days, and then she could go there. So the time of near death is very important. So that's why we say, living and dying. So you should know that. Now the time is up, so we say prayers first, and then we enjoy the Chasanganga. Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Buddham Bujemi Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Dhammam Bujemi Imaya Dhammanu Dhamma Patipatiya Samgam Bujemi. With our holy practice, which is in accord with the 9 supramundane Dhamma, we pay obeisance to the Buddha, the Dhamma, and the Sangha. Idam me punyam asvekkaya vaham hotu. May these merits of mine lead me to the extinction of all defilements. Idam me punyam Nibbanasa Paccaya Hotu. May these merits of mine be conducive to my attainment of Nibbana. Imam na punya bhagam sabba saddhanam dema. Imam na punya bhagam sabba saddhanam dema. Imam na punya bhagam sabba saddhanam dema. We share our merits with all sentient beings. May all sentient beings obtain the share of our merits and be well and happy always. Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu.